Today we're going to be trying out a new format of video on the channel. I'm going to answer 3 questions asked by you guys, the viewer. So it's going to be a quick short form Q&A style video, and I'm also going to shoot it in this vlog format and change up the backgrounds and stuff a little bit for you guys and try to make this interesting but yet also informative and answer the questions that you guys have been asking me. So I want to know in the comments what you guys think about this type of video from me, and I also want to know other questions you guys might have for a future Q&A video if you guys end up liking this style of video. So go ahead and put your questions down in the comments below, and if I don't answer you, don't get offended because it just might make it into the next Q&A video. So the first question we're going to answer is, what is the difference between North Beach and South Beach in Miami Beach, which is where I live? And this was asked by Lindsay Lavita. So my take on it is this: I've lived in North Beach ever since I moved here to Miami Beach almost 13 years ago. And obviously I've been everywhere here in Miami Beach. And I would tell you this: the main difference is that in South Beach, they have all the best restaurants, first of all. It's also the area of Miami Beach where people go to as tourists. It's the famous spot in Miami Beach that has Ocean Drive, and it also has the Art Deco district. It has the South Point Park. So it's like the most famous area of Miami Beach. North Beach is much less known, especially to outsiders and people that don't live here. But the benefit to that being in North Beach is we get some of the main benefits that they have in South Beach. There's still a lot of things walking distance where I live. We have Publix right here. We have lots of restaurants and bars nearby. We have a post office. We have all the same amenities that South Beach has, walking distance, just like they do, without all of the crowds and things like that. So the main difference is North Beach is basically a little more secluded and residential. And unfortunately, we don't get all the same upgrades like South Beach has. The Trader Joe's, they have the Whole Foods, and like I said, they have all the best restaurants. So there are some upsides to living in South Beach versus North Beach. If you like it quieter and you like the beach to be emptier like me, and sometimes more affordable too, depending on the building and where you live in North Beach, it's actually beneficial to live in North Beach as somebody that enjoys quiet and just wants a more residential neighborhood. So the next question is, what are job opportunities like here in Miami? And that was asked by the Ralphie 2020. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm probably not the best person to ask for job advice. I have seen a lot of comments actually asking me about jobs here in Miami and Florida in general, but I haven't worked a job in 13 years. So you probably don't want to take job advice or information from somebody that hasn't worked a job in that long. I'm so out of touch with the job market, but I can only speak from what I know about Miami in general. So what I will say to you, Ralphie, is in Miami, obviously you're always going to have a lot of tourism-based jobs like hospitality and restaurants, hotels, things like that. We also have a small tech industry here that's kind of like a growing sector. There are companies that need IT people, and also construction. That's always a thing here in Miami. It seems like they never stop building. So any kind of jobs in those categories are going to be always available and in demand here in Miami. The next question is, how do you know if you can trust your realtor? By The Positive Lifestyle Donna. And that's actually a very good question, and I do have a couple of tips I would like to give you. And like you mentioned in your comment, Donna, this realtor was trying to push properties onto you that you weren't looking for. So that's already warning sign number 1. When you have a realtor that doesn't listen and just wants to sell you what they want to sell you and not take into account your needs as the buyer or the seller, that's a huge warning sign. And for me, if I was trying to find a realtor, I would immediately walk away from someone like that. There's no shortage of realtors, especially here in Florida. You can find somebody else more trustworthy. I would also, if you're on the buying side, I would pay attention to, when you're looking at a property with the realtor, pay attention to how salesy they are. If they're always trying to like sell you the house, that's also another warning sign. And the reason why I think this is because my philosophy on real estate has always been the same since day one. I feel like houses sell themselves. So if you as the realtor listen to your client and find them houses to tour that they want to see, then you don't need to sell them the house. The house will sell itself to them because they are going to see it, they're gonna either like it or they're gonna hate it, or they're gonna maybe be somewhere in the middle, and it's not up to you as the real estate agent to decide that for them or try to push them over the edge. Sure, you can help them weigh the pros and cons of each house if they ask your opinion, but if somebody's trying to be overly pushy or salesy, that's another way I would say definitely you can't trust the realtor and you need to find somebody else. That was the first edition of the Florida Q&A. Make sure you put your future questions down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video.